yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. This week, I've been so busy living my life like it's golden and paying attention to things that actually matter that I failed to realize that a whole lot of white people decided that it would be a good idea to dress up in blackface for Halloween.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the show. So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. But I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and that they're not receiving the reparations that they think they deserve, despite the fact that they did not build this country, contrary to what they say all the time. And they are certainly not improving the country. They are actually doing everything in their power to destroy the country.
Massa got me working. We has never been free. That's what you white crackers don't understand. Uncle Tom's just sitting up here in his cabin trying to survive. And I got these coming after me. All these white folks was copying us like Elvis. Elvis, you know what? He was basically black. This wouldn't have been nothing. He wouldn't have been shit if it wasn't for black people, because he went to them black revivals and he really got in the spirit there. You know who's gonna win this race war when we finally get mad enough? It's gonna be the black queens. Because have you seen a Shaniqua coming? She's gonna come.
Okay, so let me get this straight. As a white woman, you woke up in the morning, got dressed, went to the store, walked into CVS, went into like the ethnic aisle, bought yourself some Hershey's syrup-colored foundation in a bonnet, got back into your car, drove home, slathered the chocolate syrup-colored foundation all over your face, then grabbed your cell phone and filmed yourself doing a whole pre-planned, pre-scripted rant about black women, and somehow, after doing all of that, you came to the conclusion that we're angry? Wow. Listen, my conclusion is that white Jemima over here may want to look in the mirror and do a little bit of self-introspection, because in order to do all of that, you're the one that may be a little angry, because normal, well-adjusted people do not wake up in the morning and plan their whole day around coloring their face like a 2-year-old with the intent of offending other people. And individuals who do wake up in the morning with the intent of offending other people do so because they're discontented with their own lives. And it's sad, because with all the white privilege that this chick has been afforded, she still lacks the capacity to be productive and lead a fulfilling life without trying to demean, disrespect, and discriminate against a group of people who aren't even thinking about her in the least. And she did it because she lacks the brain power, wherewithal, and creativity to think of any other way to make a few bucks. Wow, that must suck, and I would hate to be her. Could you imagine if the best that you could do in life is wake up hating on other people, and then when it's all said and done and she's laying in a casket and people come to her funeral and somebody's like, yeah, what did she do with her life? Somebody has to sit there and be like, yeah, her claim to fame is that she went on YouTube with some brown syrup on her face and was talking greasy about black women. Oh my goodness, what a low vibrational person. But she wasn't done, because then this chick who could use some advice decided that she was going to try to give some advice to black women.
By the way, half the struggles that black women think they face, it's of their own fucking doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? Seriously, they wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out, and then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings, you wear weaves in your hair, you wear fake eyelashes, you wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay? So let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. A black woman is speaking. When you are fighting, when you are going to bat, okay? Before you wake up in the morning, get out of bed and you have to think like a fighter. You have to put yourself in the mindset of not, oh, it's just easy breezy and I might pick up a fight or a felony later on. No, that is the wrong mindset to have. The correct mindset to have is that you wake up every day knowing that every day is a fight. Every day is a potential crash out. Every day is a potential chance to chip out. With that in mind, let me adjust my cap for the billionth time.
Yo, do you think that this chick knows that instead of making black people angry, all she really did was play herself and embarrass herself online while also exposing the fact that she's super ignorant?
Miss Girl thought she ate down by painting her face in whatever shade of foundation that was. So you telling me you went to the store, you picked up a brown foundation and spent your USDs on it to get on your podcast that we don't know the name of, to imitate black women or black people? I don't know which one. It's more concerning than it is upsetting. That is something that you need to talk to a psychiatrist about. Why are y'all so obsessed? Why?
What the Why would anybody think that this is a good idea? I'm so confused. We're just going to allow shit like this to happen? This is a hardcore right-wing creator, by the way. And the things that she has been saying about people of color has me feeling very triggered, especially in her apology video where she started criticizing black women. She claimed all of this was to teach black women. Do keep in mind, Lilly Gaddis, which is who we're obviously talking about here if you didn't know, has a mixed child. You have a mixed child, and somehow the father of that child, I'm guessing that you don't allow him to be in your life for whatever reason. I'm not going to make assumptions, but I would assume that that man has an issue. First of all, you labeled black people as foreigners. That's crazy work. Are you aware of what land that you live on? But for you to claim, and this is the part that pisses me off the most, that what you did is somehow making America great again? I cannot explain to you how much I would love to come through this phone right now.
Okay, so I just saw the whole thing with Lilly Gaddis doing her little blackface stunt yesterday, and I just have a question for her and all the other racist white people. Why are you guys so obsessed with black people? Why are we always on your minds? You know, you claim to not like us, but you cannot stop talking about us. And you can't stay away from us. Like, if you go to her YouTube page, it's literally all about black people. Like, I'm all for criticizing the negative points of black culture, but it's pretty obvious when you just don't like black people. Like, bro, it's weird. It's like a mental illness. Because why? It's so fascinating to me how obsessed they are with us. It needs to be studied because this is truly very, very interesting to me.
But the crazy thing is that Lilly Gaddis wasn't the only person who woke up in the morning like, yeah, this is what I'm doing today.
Where the f*** my food stamps at? Y'all hate black people for real.
So influencer Brittany Venti just went full 1800s this Halloween, painting her face jet black, holding a box of fried chicken, and captioning it, "When that EBT hit." Yeah, that's where we're at in 2025. People tried to defend it as just a joke or compare it to that viral Drewski skit, but this isn't parody. This is history repeating itself. Back in the 1800s, white actors smeared shoe polish on their faces, drew cartoonish red lips, and performed minstrel shows mocking black people for laughs. It wasn't edgy humor. It was propaganda meant to dehumanize an entire race. And somehow, 2 centuries later, creators like Venti are still treating that legacy like it's a punchline.
For it to be 2025 and anyone is still doing blackface, it's because you really want to do it, and it speaks volumes for the type of person that you are. Just know that it does speak volumes and that this will follow you the rest of your life. So if this is rage bait or something like that, just know that it will follow you forever. And who is still doing this in 2025, knowing the harm that it has caused? Speaks volumes.
Lilly Gaddis, the self-confessed unashamed racist, who I think should be best described as one of many white female versions of Charlie Kirk. She's trying to out Charlie Kirk. She, like some other white people, decided to wear blackface for Halloween, and her inspiration for the most horrible thing she could think of being for Halloween is the black woman, as you've just heard her describe. And I hear some of you are mad. Why are you mad? Fix your face. You don't get mad, you get even. And I I'll tell you how you get even with the garden variety racist KKK brand, nothing special, unoriginal waste of human space that is Lilly Gaddis and her ilk. You match them word for word, tone for tone, and then verbally bury them in their own crap. Because you see, facts always destroys the obtuseness, stupidity, bigotry, hate-filled, utterly ignoramus that people like her are. You have to know the facts about these people and use it against them. Lilly Gaddis and her kind are of the white people who roasted black people alive over Spitfires and ate them, who lynched black lives with impunity, who fed crying black babies to alligators as bait, who burnt down black businesses and black towns out of pure jealousy of their prosperity. You don't get mad at people like this. No. You take their inferiority complex, low IQ, and irrational fear of black people and use it as content. They give this to us free 365 days a year, from their caucasity to their laryngitis. If she can monetize and weaponize her racism, we can monetize and weaponize our anti-racism.
So, after Lilly Gaddis got called out for wearing blackface for Halloween, she jumped back online to explain why she did it, and she said that she did it to make the country better. Watch this.
So I made this stream, and now people are quite angry. Several allegations are being alleged against me. Why is she doing this? Is she just a shock jock, just an agent provocateur? Or is she a grifter? Or is she Jewish? Or is this a federal asset here to seed division amongst people? So I want to put some of those accusations to bed. I want to explain the method behind the madness and perhaps what my long-term goals are. Because unlike an agent provocateur who just wants to cause chaos, I actually want to see my country improved. Okay, and you might say, well, how is doing blackface on a stream, how is that improving the country? Well, let me explain to you how. The country has been slowly dissolving into destruction. It's slowly been destroyed over time. We're frogs in boiling water. That's what's been going on in this country. We've slowly had our rights stripped away. We've slowly lost sovereignty of our country, and now shadowy forces that are now becoming more identifiable and clear to the general populace have destroyed our country. They've shipped in immigrants, they've shipped in all sorts of cultures that clash with our cultures and our religions, and we've lost our national identity, and we've lost our racial identity as well. They've been pushing miscegenation on us. They've been pushing this idea that we should be guilty for the reason, and it's white people that are to blame for the, the downfall and destruction of non-white people. Of course, there's no accountability in that camp. It's just our fault as well.
Okay, so here's my question for Lilly Gaddis and all of the people out there who think like her. Who is they, and who made your country worse? Because as far as I can recall, since 1776 all the way up to 2025, with the exception of 8 years, white men from George Washington to Donald Trump have been running this country and making the chief executive decisions with regard to the direction that the country's going in. Therefore, your own people are the ones who are primarily accountable for the State of the Union, and even if you include Congress, which is and has always been primarily white, y'all have always been in control. So if you think that your country's trash, whose fault is that? I mean, really, whose fault is that? I mean, maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe it's just me. But source, let's see who's been running the country for the last 250 years.
Yeah. History in the booth. Line them up. 1 to 47, let's ride. Yeah. George Washington started it, Adams came next, then Thomas Jefferson wrote the vibe in the text. Madison, Monroe, Adams back like a sequel. Andrew Jackson swinging axes, talking power to the people. Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler in the zone. James K. Polk manifesting everything he owned. Taylor then Fillmore, Pierce keep the pace. Buchanan before Lincoln changed the whole face. Andrew Johnson Reconstruction with the pen. Grant riding with the Union. Hayes after him. Garfield, Arthur Cleveland in the pit. Harrison in the middle, Cleveland reappeared. McKinley then Roosevelt, big stick move. Taft rolling heavy, Wilson changing grooves. Hardin and Coolidge with the calm, silent flex. Hoover couldn't stop the Great Depression, hit next. FDR with the New Deal, term after term. Truman dropped decisions that still make the world turn. Eisenhower powered in JFK's dream. LBJ signed bills, civil rights on the scene. Nixon hit the mix, then he dipped, I resigned. Ford came in steady, keep the country in line. Carter with the peace, Reagan, Hollywood strong. George H.W. Bush moving Desert Storm along. Clinton Sachs vibes, 2 terms on deck. George W. Bush war on terror, post 9/11 effect. Obama, yes we can, changing lanes with the run. Trump, the story 7, the storyline's fun. Joe Biden at 46, steady holding the reins. Then Trump back again, 47 in the chain. Line up done, line up done, line up done, line up done, line up done.
Okay, so let me do this math. If you take the 47 presidents, 46 of them were white, minus the one black president divided by 249 years since 1776, then you add in the fact that since Congress first convened in 1789, approximately 12,585 people have served in the House and the Senate. However, from 1870 up until today, only 163 of those people have been black. That equals white people have always been in power in this country since its inception. Not to mention, for the first 250 years, black people didn't even have the right to vote. So, what in the hell is she talking about, and why in the heck is she trying to blame black people for all her woes? Especially black women. Because if you have a problem with the way your government's been running, you have to look at the people who have been running your government. And I hate to tell you this once again, but the people who have been running your government since 1619 have predominantly been white men. But the problem with Lilly Gaddis and all of the people who think like her is that they're always out here trying to blame Peter when they really should be looking at Paul.
Y'all, I done figured this shit out. I promise you I done figured this shit out. It's Paul ass. It's Paul. Because a lot of us out here in life is robbing Peter to pay Paul. And if we was just off Paul ass, all our problems would be taken care of. Paul is the goddamn problem.
Let me tell you something. This whole agenda to create a false narrative, which makes it seem as if white people have been the oppressed group of people in this country, is mind-boggling, especially since all black people really asked them for during the civil rights movement was equality, which is free. We didn't ask for black privilege or to be put on a pedestal or to be given a gold star. All we asked for was equality to vote, to go to school, to live where we want, free of discrimination, racial profiling, and bias based on the color of our skin. But yet, somehow, in doing that, we've oppressed you? Oh my goodness, make that make sense. And I know, somebody's gonna come in the comment section like, nah, Sauce, black people also ask for reparations. Let me ask you a question. If I steal $10 from you and then you ask for the $10 back, but I don't give it to you, how in the world does that $10 negatively affect me? And the reality is, nobody's doing anything to make life hard for Lilly Gaddis. Lilly Gaddis makes life hard for herself. And that's why, while she's online complaining about black women using EBT, she's also online begging for GoFundMes.
Y'all remember Lilly Gaddis? It's only been a couple of weeks, so I feel like it's probably still fresh in everybody's mind. But in case you need a reminder, this girl right here, the one that rage baits people in videos, most recently by saying the N-word. The speculation is that she's hoping to become some sort of conservative media talking head like Tommy Lauren or one of those. Her whole shtick is talking about people, black people, people of color, LGBTQ, disabled people, overweight people, nerds, anybody that she thinks is going to be a controversial subject. Those are the people that she's going to talk about. Allegedly, once those conservative media people found out that she might be Jewish, she's dated men of color in the past, and that her child is most likely biracial, they decided they wanted to pass on her. And if you know me, I talk about the other stuff, not the stuff that's all over TikTok at the moment. So you're probably like, Kathy, why are you bringing this up? Did you know that she's got a new page? It makes sense that her other page got banned. Well, she's almost to 10,000 now. She just happened to show up on my For You page this morning. And the funniest thing I saw when I clicked on her page was a GoFundMe. And the title of her GoFundMe, Fired, please help me put food on my table. Funnier still, it's been up for a week and it's only got $400. This is just a reminder, social media is forever. If her child really is mixed race, I feel so bad for that kid.
And really quick, let me say this. To all the people like Lilly Gaddis out there, it's 2025, not 1682, not 1740 or 1810. And if you woke up in the morning and the greatest thought that you had was to stir up some chocolate batter and slather it all over your face with the intent of trying to stereotype a group of people who are minding their business and not even thinking about you, you have issues. And those issues may require a psychiatrist because you're not making anybody angry, especially black women. All you're really doing is exposing your own ignorance, your flaws, your ineptitude, and insecurities. I mean, honestly, to all the Lilly Gaddises out there and everybody else who's a content creator who thinks that it's fun to look like a background extra from the movie Bamboozled, all of this racism is tired. Give it a break. Go try something else like hot yoga. And let me say this. Thank you to all of the white people who don't have time to participate in this nonsense. Listen, let me know what you think about everything that we discussed in today's video, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.